ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest for you. She is from our campus radio station, WPSC 88.7 FM, and she also has her own radio show, Lauren Lovegun's Casa de Punk Rocks and Audio Obscurities. Let's give it up for Lauren Rubin! Come, join us.
Hey.
How's it going, Lauren?
Hey, what's up?
Lauren, we're very excited to have you here on our show.
Me too, as well.
Okay. Now, I gotta wonder, where'd you come up with the name of your show?
Well, several semesters ago, when I was a freshman here, I co-hosted a show with a little friend of ours, Eric Lutz, who I'm sure we're all familiar with, such stars from movies as I Like Pete and I Like Pete 2.
Oh, yes, I remember.
Yes, and his show was called Mr. Eric's House of Indie Rock. And since he departed because he graduated this past May, I decided to kind of take over the whole gist of things, but I just put the name in Spanish. And it all went from there.
It's a very cool name.
Thanks.
How long have you had this show?
I would say since the beginning of the semester, so like probably about 3 weeks into the semester, so it hasn't been too long, but hopefully I'll keep it for the future, so bring good rock and roll music to anyone who enjoys it.
So it's Lauren Lovegun's punk rock, so obviously you play lots of punk rock,
Right.
but now what are your favorite bands?
I listen to a lot of really old 80s, a lot of old 70s punk. I like bands like X, the Buzzcocks, the Avengers, a lot of really old, a lot of British bands, a lot of power pop.
Interesting.
Yes.
Are there any other cool aspects of the show, or just music?
I'll say a couple ridiculous things here and there. Most of it's music. You know, it's your basic components and ingredients for, your typical college campus radio show. So, but every now and then I'll throw in, getting messy, something different.
The spider really spun his web everywhere.
Right,
so.
yeah. But, I'm trying to find different ways to spice it up and set it different from other radio shows, so.
Now, you used to be a figure skater, is that correct?
Correct, yes.
You gotta tell us about that. Go ahead.
I was a figure skater for a very extended period of time, from about 7 years old to about 13, and I cracked the growth plate in my foot in gym class in 7th grade. Yes.
Ouch.
Ouch, and ick, and gross. It wasn't pretty. And I actually discovered I really engulfed myself in punk rock then, so I kind of think of that as a coming of age, dropping figure skating and picking up a guitar. So I don't see it as a complete loss, but I definitely do miss it.
I understand. I would miss it too. I definitely would. I wish I could skate. Have you ever seen me on the ice? It's not very good. Now, did you have some kind of obsession with Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
You know what? I think every girl who was about 6 or 7 years old, in the years basically 1992 to 1995.
Andrew?
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas was a household word.
JTT.
JTT.
Hey.
Yeah, and I'm not going to deny the fact that one of the only reasons, this is so horrible and so sad, I know, but one of the main reasons I remember my mother's birthday is because of the same as Jonathan Taylor Thomas's. And I've been reminding her every year since I was about 7.
Well, at least you never forget your mom's birthday.
Right. There you go.
Before we go to commercial, do you have anything to promote to us about your radio show?
My radio show is from 3 to 6 on Thursdays. And you call up and you request all sorts of rock and roll goodness, punk rock, hardcore, garage, indie, bluegrass, you name it, you want it, I'll probably play for you. So I'll be more than happy. I love when people call up and they interact and tell me what they want to hear. It's always good to hear feedback from the audience. So, yeah.
Lauren Rubin, ladies and gentlemen, Lauren Rubin. Thank you for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
We're going to take a little commercial break, but don't go far, because when we come back, we'll have the cast of The Shape of Things. Stay with us!